Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video of daily market analysis from Alpha CQ. Before getting started with daily market analysis, let me read you out the disclaimer, which is very important. So, derivative trading and future trading involves a substantial risk of loss, so it is not suitable for everyone. So, all views shared on this YouTube channel will be purely for educational purpose, and this does not involve any kind of trade recommendations or any suggestions. That was disclaimer for you. So let's get started with our analysis. So what you are seeing here is a Nifty daily chart. Give me a minute. Yeah. So as we can see that we have seen supply coming in from this zone. We had discussed about this zones in our previous videos. This was the zone where previously sellers were active and expected behavior was to see some supply coming in here. But looking at these 2 days, what we understood was, what we analyzed was, this supply what is coming around this zones might be getting observed here, but you can see that the market has proved us wrong. So the supply which was coming here has turned out to be a massive selling, and we are seeing some strong downside move now. So yeah, this supply zone is still active, and the people who are selling here might be from the higher time frame as well. So what are the references which we need to look for coming days on this time frame chart? No doubtedly this zone is important because we have seen sellers defending it, and when prices coming back here, expected behavior will be to react. That is the from the seller's perspective. So from the buyer's perspective, which zone is very important? Like what are the zones where buyers start giving up? So this zone should be crucial, because initially we saw demand coming up from this zone itself. Yeah, this zone, we saw demand coming up from this zone. So if at all we come here and we don't see prices going back, so that is the first sign where buyers are giving up their longs. So we need to be very cautious when we approach this zone, and we need to closely monitor as to how we react around this zone. So that was from on the daily chart. So let's get into the profile charts. So yeah, again, this is the profile chart of Nifty 50. So you can see that from last 2 days we have nice price covering to the lower side. Yeah, if you ask me, is the trade facilitation very good? Are sellers very confident with their move? I would say they are not that confident as well. Why I would say that? Because you can see that while coming down, we are seeing lot of overlap between TPOs. So that indicates that they are not very confident with what they are doing. No doubt we are covering lot of prices to downside, but you just have to closely observe that there is lot of overlap we are seeing while prices coming down. So yeah, that was confidence from the sellers, but we cannot ignore the fact that we have covered lot of price to downside as well. So what you can see here is, what we can do here is we can just merge all these 3 days, because what we see here is we have traded within the range for 3 days. So if we can, yeah, this should be good now. So if we can merge this and see what we have there. So you can see here, if we merge all the 3 days profile, we get some normal distribution kind of profile. So where we tested above that and we got rejected, and we are going continuously lower. So what does that mean is, like, all these 3 days there was someone who was distributing around this zone. So we analyzed it as a supply being observed, but in hindsight it was the supply actually being, the buying actually was being observed by sellers. So once that supply was done, they started moving lower. So you can see that we have covered good nice amount of price here from 18250 to almost today's low is 17950. That was good move comparatively. So for next coming session, what are the zones which we have to look for? So obviously this is the zone. This is the zone which we have to be very cautious about. So if at all buyers want to get control of auction again, they have to see prices accepting above this zone, somewhere around 18,300 zones. Yeah, I am talking about this 18,300 zones. Till then we cannot say that buyers are back to the game and they want to take auction higher. So just keep a look on this 18,300 zone if you are looking for long trades. So again, on the short side, what can be the targets if we start moving further down? So yeah, this lows are very important. If we start accepting below this low for next trading session, no doubtedly we'll quickly test this lows. Very quickly we can test this lows somewhere around 17,850 zones. So yeah, this low will be very important for next trading session. If at all we start accepting below this low like 18,950 zones, you can see prices coming to 17,850 zones very quickly. So yeah, the strength right now looks strong with the sellers. So it will be cautious to stay with the shorts on the coming session as well. So that was from Nifty. So let's get into the Bank Nifty daily chart. So again, you can see that we had discussed about these zones in our previous videos. This was the zone where some supply was expected, and now we see that supply has come slightly above this zone. So again, if we can mark this zone, yeah, this zone, this is the zone where previously also we have some exhaustion from buyers. So around the same zones we are coming back down now. So what does this mean? Like buyers are getting exhausted around same levels. So that means that buyers are not from very high time frame. Yeah, that can be one possibility as well. You can see that there was nice downfall from last 2 days. Another thing what might be happening here is, yeah, so you can see that the prices are matching here. So if we can draw this rectangle here, so one more thing what we can observe, this the people who are maintaining this range might be interested in maintaining the range for a long time. So what can happen is we can just spend time in this zone for very long time before making any directional move. So that can be one possibility here. So just keep eye on this zones, like extremes of this zone, somewhere around 43,750 and 41,500 zones for coming trading sessions. Like if you are trading on this time frame, like daily chart time frame, those are the points which we have to mark on your charts. So let's get into the profile charts. Yeah, again same thing, you can see that there was nice price movement to downside from last 2 days. You can also see here that we had matching highs from previous we had marked this zone previous video as well. We had discussed that only we can go long only if we see prices getting accepted above this zone, so which has not happened. So that was very clear sign that buyers are not getting any control on the auction. So that resulted in this downfall. So for next coming sessions, what are the important reference which we should look for? No doubtedly this is the zone. Yeah, this is the zone which is very important. From 41,300, this zones is between 42,300 to 42,200 zones. Why this zone is important? Because you can see here, this was a nice trending day, like on 26th of December. We had some price directional move to upside after this day. So this is the, you can also see there was some volume attachment here. So this was the zone where there was some buying happening before we can move some higher side. So what is the expected behavior when you come back there? You expect buyers to defend that zone and take prices higher. So that is the reason why this zone is very important. So if at all we come back to this zone, we should see prices getting rejected quickly. If that is not the case, if we start accepting within this zone, then the probability of testing lower prices will open up. So in that case, what will be our targets? Yeah, this low will be our targets, which we discussed on daily charts as well, somewhere around 41 500 zones. This zone will be very important going forward if at all we see prices coming back and accepting below this zone. So that was on the short side. If at all you want to go along with the buyers, and what are the zones which you have to look for? So VWAP of so this is what we are seeing is a 5-minute chart. So you can see that there is lot of volume attached while coming down today as well. So since there is a price movement to downside, this VWAP will have more of importance. This closing value of VWAP somewhere 40, 42, 840, 850 zones. These zones, please mark these zones on your charts, so that you'll have point on that. So if at all you want to go with buyers, so only you can go with buyers once we start getting once we start prices seeing acceptance above 42 850 zones. Only then you can target this highs. Till then, I think it is better to stay with short sides, wait for the price to see acceptance here, and initiate your shorts based on the development. So that was analysis of today's market development and potential opportunities which you can find in next trading sessions. Thank you so much.